Welcome back, Canonites, for the first 2022 monthly recap. Well, the first one for a month of 2022, if nothing else. Let's begin, as usual. Starting with in case you missed it, the channel only saw 6 videos this month, starting with a channel update about the inactivity in December and early January. Following that, I made an analysis of the cut mid-credits scene modders discovered in Halo Infinite's files. After that, we covered the first canon fodder of 2022, and then dove into how the relationship between Forerunners and humans has changed over the years and where it sits now. Finally, the month came to a close with a look at the upcoming Halo TV show, starting with a breakdown of the first Silver debrief, essentially a canon fodder for the series, and a breakdown of the second trailer. This month also saw the end of my weekly Golden MOA videos, in case anyone missed that. I simply don't have the time and energy to continue them at this time. If anyone out there still hunts those, General Kid's channel has a video showing all possible Golden MOA locations, which is what I would use to make my videos each week. It might not be as convenient, but it's incredibly useful. Lastly, I also got to write up the script for IGN's analysis of the latest Halo TV trailer. All videos listed are linked below, either in the description box or a pinned comment. With that, we move on to official news and releases, and there's no better place to start than with the Halo TV show. Following the show's first trailer in December, this month ended with a lot of TV show news. January 26th saw the release of the first Silver debrief, a series that will be talking about the TV show leading up to its release. Think of it as a mix between a community update and canon fodder dedicated strictly to the TV show. Then, on January 30th, during the AFC Championship game, the second trailer for the show dropped. I've broken it down in detail, but the big news was the announcement of the show's debut, Thursday, March 24th. Surprisingly close if you ask me. As I've recently noted, I'll be making full breakdowns of each episode when they release. From there, let's move over to Halo Infinite news. January started out with the conclusion of the Winter Contingency event, immediately followed by the second week of Fractures Tenrai, which has since returned and will return again 3 more times before this season ends. We also got the Cyber Showdown event, bringing tons of cyberpunk-themed gear to the game. Speaking of gear, Halo Infinite Shop saw some notable changes this month, with reduced prices and more individual items rather than packs. Though a decent start, I think the community is largely in agreement that there's plenty left to do. Halo Infinite also received several patches this month, addressing many major and minor issues, though work is still ongoing. Back in November, Joe Staten promised an update in January with a roadmap of how 343 were planning to proceed with Halo Infinite's support. Since we're in February now, you can guess that didn't happen. However, Mr. Staten did provide an update, saying that plans were taking longer to finalize than expected, but that it's his top priority. In lighter news, 343 announced that over 20 million players have logged into Halo Infinite since launch, making it the biggest launch in the franchise's history. Next, we move over to Halo collectibles and merch. The deluxe edition of the Halo Infinite art book was released this month, and 343 and ArtStation put together an art blast to highlight Halo Infinite concept art and the artists behind them. Between these, fans have had access to hundreds of pieces of concept art, much of it really damn cool, just to be blunt. Xbox partnered with OPI Nail Polish for a promotion, which included a new armor coating for Halo Infinite. That promotion is happening now. 343 also partnered with GameStop and Riddle to create and raffle an exclusive helmet. This contest runs through February 8th, so you can still enter if you're interested. The month was light on toy news, but progress on the fan-voted Mega Construx Haunted Spartan was shown off, and Jazzwares released a Halo 2 6.5-inch Master Chief figure. Wrapping up the news section, this month saw the sunsetting of Xbox Live services for all Xbox 360 Halo titles, meaning their online multiplayers have basically gone dark forever. Offline and LAN stuff will mostly work, of course, and multiplayer for these games lives on in the Master Chief Collection. Meanwhile, Forza had a Master Chief is Back event during which players could scoop up unique Jeeps. HCS dropped a large update for upcoming events this month, which can be found on Halo Waypoint. And finally, we got our first canon fodder of the year, now written by Alex Wakeford. Links to all stories can be found in the description box below. Closing up this monthly recap, we come to the community shoutouts, starting with EckhartsLadder. Justin put together the Spartan Masters event earlier this month, featuring myself and several other Halo content creators and streamers. The event was a lot of fun, and I can't thank Justin enough for having me, and Uber Nick for accepting me on his team. Interestingly, at the same time the Spartan Masters was going on, the Kunoichi Women's 4v4 was streamed over on Twitch. If you're interested, you can catch the replay, linked below. Next up, we have a little Photoshop work from Jedi Spartan 38, featuring his Spartan B170 on Zeta Halo. Check it out on Twitter. After that, we have a fun callback to a classic meme. Search Master Chief Thomas the Tank Engine if you don't get it, but for those who do, show the post some love over on Twitter. Following that, we have an excellent metal cover of We Are the Desperate Measures from the Halo 3 ODST soundtrack. Check it out on ToxicEternity's YouTube channel. Next up, appropriate for the month, we have Boba Fett in Beskar Enforced Mjolnir Armor by CM Productions. Check it out on Twitter. Next, we have an amazing render of Jega Rdomnai by Matthew on Twitter. And goddamn does it look amazing. Following that, we have a trailer for a Halo fan film by Synk Studio titled Guardians. Set after Halo Infinite, the film will follow a pair of Spartan 3s investigating a Forerunner facility and discovering its secrets. Check out the trailer on YouTube. Next up, we have Play and Chill from Great Scott Productions, this one featuring Covenant Canon and some of the Covie Canon crew. Check it out on YouTube. After that, we have a cool comic page from Jordan Smith depicting Tom B-292's landing on Pegasi Delta. Check it out on Twitter. Following that, we have a cool render from Spartan D042 of several Spartans in customized armor. There's a little backstory accompanying this image, so check all that out on Twitter. Next, we have another awesome custom figure from Gabe of GCustomsCreations, this time of Spartan Rosenda A344. If you're unaware, Rosenda was a standby Spartan for Noble Team. Though she hasn't properly appeared in the canon, this figure is based on the character's concept art and it turned out damn good. Check out GCustoms on Twitter. Next up, we have another fan trailer, this time for a series called Halo: The Greatest Battles. This will be an audio series accompanied by visuals drawn by the creator and others. It looks pretty interesting, so check out the trailer on YouTube. Following that, we have this fun piece from artist Roy on Twitter, featuring a Spartan sipping from a mug. Need I say more? Check it out on Twitter. Next, we have an awesome Halo 5 Forge map from Arpod. Titled Propaganda, the map is based on Halo Infinite's environments. Check it out on Twitter. After that, we have an adorable piece from Whiskey on Twitter, featuring Buck and Virgil from Halo 3 ODST. Check out Whiskey on Twitter. Next up, we have a really cool video from The Domain here on YouTube, going through several old Xbox magazines, specifically issues that were talking about Halo. I always love going through old material like this, so if you're looking for some nostalgia or just want to see what these old magazines had, check out the video on The Domain's channel. Our penultimate shoutout goes to the Chunkier Bean and his team with their mod that puts the Halo 4 Master Chief model into Halo 3. It's pretty cool honestly, so consider checking that out. And closing this section out, did you know that John Carpenter is a Halo fan? Because John Carpenter is a Halo fan. That's awesome. And with that, we bring this latest video to a close. As always, links to everything mentioned are in the description box below and or the pinned comment. Check out the creations mentioned today and show their creators some love. And if you have anything you ever want to see mentioned in future videos, let me know in the comments below, over on Twitter, or on the Halo Canon Discord. Thank you for watching, stick around for that Patreon shoutout, and until next time, this has been Halo Canon. First, I'd like to give a big thank you to our Horospus patrons. First, there's Hope, then we have Freight, Discombobulated Sycophant, Justin Montgomery, Man in the Dark, Keisha Dila, Daddy Anarchy, Great Scott Productions, Jumpy Sucks Balls, Ever Corrado, and Embezzled True 1010. Thank you all for your amazing support of the channel. Next, I'd like to thank our theoretical patrons. If you'd like to see your name here or get a direct shoutout, check out patreon.com/halocanon. You can simply support the channel or get additional benefits, such as behind-the-scenes materials, including raw audio for upcoming videos, or even shoutouts like this. All patrons now get early access to certain videos as well, and your Patreon title will appear in the Halo Canon Discord. However, your continued viewership is more than enough for me. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and maybe even subscribing to the channel if you aren't already. If you really enjoy my stuff, turn on that notification bell so you can be among the first to see new videos when they release. But for all my fellow Canonites, keep on being awesome.